Bisector of a given angle using only a compass and a straight edge. So what's going to happen to you in the test is you're going to be given an angle, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set up a random angle. You'll be given this much in the test, and you'll be asked to cut this in half. So what you do first is this: you get your compass, you move it to the edge, okay? Then what you do is you pick a distance, any distance you want, okay? Once you pick this distance, please keep it the same, okay? So look, you do one here, one mark here, then you go up, one mark here. Everybody understood? Every time. Then you move it up to the same point, you bring it down, and you do another big arc down here. Then you move it to the bottom, and you do the same type of arc there. Once you've done that, what you then do is you come along with your ruler, okay, and you try and line it up. Now, apparently I have to line it up here first. So obviously you have a much easier job than I would have here. Okay, so once you have it lined up, you do that. Now, made a slight error there, didn't I? What do you think? Is it going dead centre? It's alright, might be ever so slightly off. Now, once you complete your bisector, what you can do is this. This is a bisector of an acute angle, correct? Once you do it, what you can do is you can come over with your protractor and you can measure it. The full angle is roughly, what you reckon, guys? About 42. It goes from 180 all the way up to 138. That's a 42-degree angle. Are you happy with that? What should half that angle be? 21. Is my angle at 21? It's about 21 and a half. About correct, okay? Let's try another one. Okay? This time, instead of an acute angle, what we're going to get is an obtuse angle. So I'll show you now. Obtuse angle is an angle that's bigger than 90 degrees. So we have something along here. Once again, pick your length. Any length you want, provided just reasonably big though. Okay, so around here, there's one. There's two. Move. Okay, now let's see what happens here. Here's the next one. Then go to the other point. And then come up here, draw another one. And then what you do now, you draw a line from here to here using your ruler, and you've cut that angle in half. Do you understand? Once again, you're just going to go in and measure it, just to be sure. Okay? Okay, so let's check it out, the angle here. This angle is roughly 124. What should my one be? 62. I'm above 61, I'm in between 61 and 62, so I'm pretty handy, that's good enough. Okay, always check your answer, make sure you're correct. Okay, that's 2 examples done, that's what you're going to be doing tonight, do you understand? Move on. How to construct the perpendicular bisector of a line segment. Okay, now, here's a line segment. Here's a line, and here's a line, and here's the segments A, B. Now, perpendicular, what does that mean? You want a line that goes at 90 degrees. Is this line a bisector? It's not a bisector because this distance from here to here should equal the distance from here to here. Do you understand? Yeah? So here's what you do. You go, you're given this in the test. That's what you're given in the test. You get your compass. Once you have your compass, Oscar, what you get is this. You go a distance, you go to point A, and you have to go a distance above halfway. Any distance above halfway will do. Do you understand? Now, once you've done this, what you can do is you mark a big arc above the line. You mark a big arc below the line. You have to keep the compass at the same width. You cannot change its length. You go over here. You now do one here. You go down. Do the second one here. All of a sudden, draw a straight line. Up. And what we can do next is you can take out your ruler and you can measure it. And let's see if we've cut it directly in half. This is about 10 centimeters in length from point to point. Does my bisector cut at 5 centimeters? Yes, it does. Okay? Done it perfect. 100%. Can I move on? Next one. Okay. The line perpendicular to a given line L, passing through a given point on L. Please read the fine print here. Using a set square and a straight edge. Sometimes it will demand you use a compass. This time it doesn't. So if it doesn't demand what you use, you can use what you want. If it does demand what you use, you gotta do different techniques. So let me show you this, okay? So what we're gonna have at the start is this. We're gonna have a line, and then we're gonna have a point. Just the line L, this is a point A. What we're next going to have is we want a perpendicular line that goes through A. So what we do is we get a set square, like so. We rotate this around, like so. It should be at, I think it's 135 if I'm correct. There we go, 135. And now I'm going to get my ruler out. Now this ruler is going to lie along the edge of LA. Then I'm going to bring this ruler here and I'm going to slide it along. So they're in contact with each other. Do you understand that? And then I get to my point A. Once I get to my point A, I can then lean against this edge and draw my straight line. Okay, everybody happy with that? Yeah. Moving on. Now, draw a perpendicular, have to do the same one, which is this one here. Line perpendicular to a given point on L, passing through the given point on L. But this time, it doesn't allow me to do what I wanted, okay? I have to use a compass and a straight edge. So here's what you do. Okay, you have a line and you have a point on it. Now, did we do a perpendicular bisector already? Number 2, wasn't it? Now look what I can do here. I have to get a line that goes through this point here. So what I can do is this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a length. It can be any length you want. I'm going to draw one mark here, and then I'm going to draw another mark over here. Once I have that done, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to label these 2 points B and C. Now guys, if I do a perpendicular bisector of B and C, the line segment BC, what should happen? I should end up with a line that goes directly through A. So let's remember the technique from earlier. The technique is pick a distance over halfway. That's not halfway. There's a bigger distance than halfway. Cut the top. Cut the bottom, as in make a mark on the bottom. change sides, go over here, one on the top, one on the bottom, and then all of a sudden, if I've done this correctly, you should go through A. Now, I'm slightly off there, am I? Ever so slightly off. You should have to go through both X's. There you go. And that's the perpendicular bisector done there. Everybody happy with that? Okay. Number 4. A line perpendicular to L passing through a given point not on L. Okay, so here's what we got to do for this one. What you're given in your question is this. You're given a straight line, and what you're given after that is you're going to be given a point up here. Do you understand? Now, what's going to happen here is you can do it two ways. Okay, here's the first way. It says use a straight edge and a set square. Okay, straight edge, set square. So what we're going to do is this. You're going to put your ruler down here. You're going to get our set square. Okay, going to rotate that around to 135 again. You're going to move it up. You're going to move it across until it hits. And then once again, you're just going to draw your straight line. And there you go. Happy enough with that? Now, next one, same thing, except this time you're only allowed using a compass and a straight edge only. Okay? So an example would be this. Point C. What you need to do is you need to get a line that goes straight through C, straight through the other line. So what we could do with doing is we can find 2 points that are, if we can get 2 points A and B such that C, if I was to drop it down, would be dead center. That means I can do a perpendicular bisector again. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to get A and B, we're going to get the compass out, and what we're going to do is this. Pick any distance once it hits the line. Bigger is usually better, so we'll try and make it a bit bigger. Okay, 1 here, rotate all the way around, 1 there. Okay, now that I've done that, what we can do next is we label these 2 points A and B. We are now going to try and get the perpendicular bisector of A and B. Okay? Has to go over what length, lads? Has to go over halfway. Now, I'm really struggling to get this here now. Okay, so I'm just there now. Okay? So I'm just about above halfway. Happy with that? Do 1 above, big arc this time, go straight through C, just grand. 1 below. Okay, you can see we're struggling to fit this in now. Okay, move it over, go to the point B, same thing here, and then same thing underneath. Now what happens now, guys? Link up these 2 lines together. Alright, slightly off there. There we go. There's your perpendicular bisector going through C. I'm going to do this one more time. Now here's what happens when I get this same question, except this time it's at slants. It's not exactly the way I'd like it. So I'll give you an example. It's like this. It's a cross, and this one here is over this way. What you guys can do is this. what you guys can do is, you have it, at the end of the day, you guys have paper, right? So also you guys need to do is this. You're just going to rotate the full thing until it looks like, it looks normal again. Just turn the page around. Just because it's slanted doesn't make a difference. Okay? Then once again, you're going to do the exact same procedure as last time. I'll do it quicker this time around. Sorry, just 1 second. Just need to pull this dot. Just want to pull the full thing downwards. Okay, here we go. Step 1, mark the line. 1, 2. Step 2, get the perpendicular bisector. Move over. 1 on top, 1 on the bottom. Step 3, flip it around, do the same thing. Keep the distance the same. 1 and 2. And then finally, once you see all this, you're going to get, slightly off there. Now, never so slightly off here, so let's see where I might have made a mistake. I'm just going to go back where I began. Let's try this again. Am I exactly on the point? Small errors make big errors later on. So I'm right on the point here. There's 1. There's 2. Let's go again. Now if you find that it's not working for you, it means you just misplaced the compass along the way. That's usually what happens. So there's 3. This one looks a bit more promising. 4. Go try this again. Join them together. Sorry?
Feels like the main line's straight, is it?
Yeah, the main line is slightly not straight, so that's the problem there. It's not completely straight, okay? There's that slight angle, so that's what's setting me off. So make sure that you have it perfectly straight when you're doing this, okay? Alright guys, that's us for today.